Hey y'all, welcome back. We've taken a break, but we're still here. This is Turn Bark time. I'm the Turn.
I'm the Bark.
And we have been here for a long, long time. We are on season 6. My finger in there. Episode 10. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We have been gone. I think we've been hiatus for 3 weeks about right now?
Yeah, my school district doesn't believe in taking spring break when everybody else does, so.
I don't know. I think you're more accurate than we are. Because you took break on like the week of the 12th, right? Like the Masters week or whatever it was.
Yes.
Yeah. See, and we took it the week before, but Wenatchee, Ephrata, I think even took it the following week. So I think we're the weird ones, which really upsets me because that would mean that I would get the days off to just sit and watch the Masters golf tournament. Now, really fun. Barker went to an insane Mariners game, and I saw the score, and then you just talking about it before our show. Bark, can you give the people a rundown of the Mariners game you got to experience?
Yeah, so we took the girls to Seattle. Like, they've never been to a Major League Baseball game. We've done some wooden bat Black Bears games here in the Cowlitz County area. And so we decided to take them. It started because I was going to book a room for Astoria, and then that didn't happen. But I ended up buying Mariners tickets because that's how stuff works.
That's how that's a clear connection.
Yeah, right? Everybody. Yeah. And so we took the girls up there. Second day in Seattle, we'd walked like 8 miles the day before. They were not very happy about that. And so we watched the Mariners, and for context, nobody in the lineup is batting over 200. Rowdy Tellez at that point, love you, Rowdy, was batting .05, which means every 1 in every 20 at bats, he would put the ball in play and get a hit.
Yep.
And anyway, so the Mariners were playing the Astros, and
you mean the cheaters?
Yeah, the cheaters. We did yell at Jose Altuve. Okay. And the girls were like, "Why are we yelling at him?" Like, I don't know. Everybody else is booing. We're booing. We do.
Team effort.
Yeah. Teach them about mob mentality.
Yep.
But the Mariners played terrible. Like, just flat out terrible. Like, we had, like, I think going into, like, the 8th inning, I think we had 2 hits on the game. On the game. It was a struggle bus offensively. The pitching wasn't terrible. We were down. Oh, what was it? It was, hold on, I got to do math real quick. I think we were down 5-0.
Yeah.
It was 5-0. Mariners showed some life in the 8th. Everything comes back, you know. I think it was the first grand slam I've ever seen hit in person.
Okay.
Randy Arozarena hits a grand salami, right? Mariners pull within 1 going into the 9th. It's 5-4. We're excited. Yay. Get into the 9th. The Mariners give up another run. 6-4. So I'm like, great. We got all excited. Now we're gonna lose the game. We got a big dumper bobblehead for everybody.
Yes.
So we got our Cal Raleigh, bobblehead, and he swung real hard, but before he got the torpedo bat, so
yep,
he didn't hit dingers that night. Anyway, the Mariners come back in, their half of the 9th inning. We get close. We get 1 run in.
Yep.
And we're sitting there. Everything's pumped. The bases are chalked, and it comes down. It's a full count. Like, we're filming it. We're filming it because this is going to be the final pitch, one way or another. And the game ends on a walk-off RBI walk.
Love it.
For Randy Arozarena.
Love to see it.
So
the Mariners are painful to watch, but I think they still have a winning record.
They've been on a little bit of a tear. They went on a 4-game win streak. They went up. Rowdy Tellez hit a grand slam the other night.
Yeah, they beat Boston today, so they're up. They're 13-11.
Man.
Well, they're hanging in there.
They're potential.
Oh yeah,
like Cleveland Indians in major leagues. There's potential.
There's potential.
And if you ask the girls what their favorite thing was it's probably we got ice cream and we tried the ice cream nachos.
Oh, how were they?
So the ice cream nachos were pretty good. You get some essentially waffle chips, and then you get some either your choice of vanilla chocolate or chocolate vanilla swirl.
Ooh, what'd you go with?
Then you get some butterscotch, a container of butterscotch, and a container of like fudge.
Ooh,
we went with swirl.
Classic. Can't go wrong.
And it was good. It was good. We sat in the shade, so we had to buy a blanket because the girls got cold. So we had pretzels. I did the Amazon no money. You just
Yeah,
swipe
the
card
way
to
you
get
walk
in,
in
and
and walk
then
out.
the robot decides how much you pay. So
Yeah.
that was a trip.
But it's really cool. Like so someone who has like the season tickets to the Seahawks and stuff like that, my seats are right next to that. And so it's really convenient. Now it's not, the food isn't like, you're not getting like your, custom burger or whatever. You're getting, hot dogs or popcorn or whatever. You get drinks and stuff, but I love it. You walk in, walk out. It's easy. So, but you felt cool, didn't you?
Because Tara had stuff behind me, so I was like, there was like a bouncer at the end, and I didn't know what, like, I was like, can we come out? Like, are we okay? And it was fine.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Did you try the crickets?
Didn't try the crickets.
Okay. As someone who's tried the crickets, it's like eating sunflower seeds, like a whole sunflower seed.
It's crunchy.
Yep. Salty, crunchy. Not bad.
Crunchy. Not bad.
Not bad.
All right.
So, Bark, I'm going to let you explain this one because, folks, tomorrow is or I guess it's today when you're watching this, is one of my favorite things that happens, and I never get to watch it live, which is such a bummer. Tomorrow I stand a small chance at being able to watch the latter half of it. But, Bark, what is tomorrow? Or today?
Tomorrow is, I can't even remember the name of the channel, but there's two guys that do stuff like this all the time. And they were asking what are the top 10, like, sporting events that Americans say they want to attend, and this made the top 10. It really surprised me that it came in above like the U.S. Open. The U.S. Open didn't make the top 10, but this did. So for those of you who are not football aficionados, tomorrow is the first round of the NFL draft.
Yep.
It used to be they're drawing it out now because it is such an event.
Yeah.
And so like they'll do just the first rounds, just the first 32 picks tomorrow. And so I thought, in honor of that, borrowing some other shorter content, plus it's 11:15 Pacific time right now as we do this.
Yep. And we both have to work tomorrow.
Yep, we both have to work tomorrow. I have an observation, so solid game plan.
We got this.
We are going to fantasy draft our ultimate team and see which one of us can draft a better ultimate team. So we're going to draft a quarterback, a running back, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, an offensive line, current offensive line, I guess, a defense, kicker, and a punter, because you wanted a punter.
I want a punter. Punters are athletes too.
So I will let you go first.
Ooh, you're going beauty before age. I don't know if that's supposed to work like that.
Oh, so with your first pick, you get the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, okay. So you have the spin. You're ready. Okay, cool.
I'm spinning.
Perfect. Okay, so my Seattle Seahawk. I am gonna take Seattle Seahawk. I'm gonna take Walter Jones for my offensive line.
Okay. Spin. I get the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, that's an easy pick, Park.
Easy pick?
Yeah, it is. Think about it.
It's an easy pick.
Who's the most dominant Jacksonville Jaguar ever?
Well, I got a lot of. Don't really think about anybody being that. Well, you know what I would take? I would take Jimmy Smith at wide receiver.
Okay.
Jimmy Smith at wide receiver.
See, I swore you would go Maurice Jones-Drew.
I think I can find a better running back.
Okay, valid. So we get a QB, a running back, 2 wide receivers, O-line player, D-line player, or defensive player.
Defensive player.
And then a kicker and a punter.
Your next team, sir, is the Tennessee Titans.
Ooh. Give me Derrick Henry.
Okay.
All right, is that how, or do they need to?
No, that'll work.
Okay. Yeah, give me Derrick Henry.
Okay.
And you took who's your wide receiver? I'm writing these down so I
Jimmy
so I
Smith.
can do
Jimmy Smith. I took Jimmy
Jimmy
Smith.
Smith.
I have the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I like that.
I'll
You got
go
a lot
defense.
to pick from.
No, I'll go defense, and I'm going to take Polamalu.
Yo, the hair is beautiful.
So for those of you who don't know, that is Troy Polamalu.
And he is just a phenomenal athlete. I like that a lot. That's a great pick.
I can't spell Polamalu.
You can do your best. Growth mindset.
Losers do their best. Winners go home and prom queen.
Yeah, we know the rest of that line.
Sean Connery. Detroit Lions, sir.
Oh man, Bark, I'm dominating you here. My team is just Detroit Lions. What am I gonna do here?
I've got two spots where I think I would take somebody, but
see the gut reaction in the opener is Calvin Johnson, just because that is a phenomenal athlete. But I already burned my running back. Ooh, that hurts too because that could have been Barry.
Yeah.
And then you're talking yeah, I think I gotta go Megatron here. I think I gotta crack my my first receiver. It's definitely Calvin Johnson. I mean, I was privy to the game where he almost beat the Seahawks and we punched it out at the very end, but like that man was a beast. What I was privy to though for that Calvin Johnson, this solidifies my pick, is I went to a game, the Detroit Lions versus the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. Calvin Johnson had 200 and I think like 35 yards in that game. It was awesome. All right, what did you get?
God, I got the Raiders.
Oh, Bark, that's an easy pick too.
I'm gonna do the most 1990s kid thing ever.
Yeah, you have to.
I gotta take him because he runs faster than all the other guys.
He does. You could zigzag, you could run backwards and still score.
I'm gonna take Bo Jackson.
Yeah, because Bo knows.
You know what? It was really hard because I really wanted to take Sebastian Janikowski, but I'm gonna take Bo.
Well, that's not a bad kicker pick either. Like I'm gonna be doo-doo if you pick somebody that I don't know a kicker. I'm gonna be in trouble.
Okay.
I like that.
Houston Texans.
Houston Texans. Ooh. I gotta go. I think here I gotta go JJ Watt. I gotta take my defensive player. I'm not crazy about taking it that early, and I know it's not super early, but
that's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, I'll go JJ. All right, give me the call, Bark. What do you got?
I've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I think I am gonna take as much as this.
Are you gonna do it?
As much as this takes. No, I'm not gonna take that. I'm taking the devil.
You gotta take the devil.
I'm taking the devil's assistant. I'm taking.
Okay.
Gronkowski.
You got to
at tight end.
Okay, so we gotta lay a little backstory here for y'all. So we 1 year, I think it was only 1 year. We had a coaches we had a coaching league, fantasy football league. Yep. And Barker drafted Tom Brady. And he did it so that he would sit on his bench, and people like offered him trades. They offered him stuff, and he's like, no, Tom Brady will not score a single point in our fantasy football league this year. I was very impressed with the dedication.
And my team name that year was No Brady Gonna Hurt Me.
Yep. And it was true.
Stuck to my guns. Oh, I need to hear your next team.
All right.
Fell asleep at the wheel over here.
No, you're fine. We got time.
Oh. Cincinnati Bengals.
Ooh, okay. Cincinnati. You got Burrow. You could do Jamar Chase for a little younger guy. Oh man. I have a punter, a kicker, and a tight end.
Another wide receiver. You get two wide
Yeah,
receivers.
I got Ocho too is in there. Ocho Cinco. Oh yeah. Ocho Cinco could be there.
Carson Palmer, Achilles Smith.
Parker plays Immaculate Grid for those of you who don't know. So Parker knows a lot of different kickers. Or kickers, punters, everything like that. Man, this puts me in a tight spot. Bum bum bum. I feel like I'm gonna go Joe Burrow. And the reason I'm gonna go Joe Burrow, I could do Boomer Esiason. No, I'm gonna go Burrow. I feel like I can get a better wide receiver. Or the history lends its. Oh yeah, I know, controversial. History. Or there's more great wide receivers than there are great quarterbacks. So I'm gonna go Burrow.
Oh, what is his name? Sit there and go. Does that work? I drew the Cincinnati Bengals as well.
Oh, okay. What are you looking for? What position?
I have quarterback, wide receiver, O-line, kicker, punter.
No. But what position were you trying to think of?
I was thinking what was his name? Anthony Munoz?
For
O-line.
O-line. Yeah.
Cincinnati offensive lineman. Great that I feel this confident about my pick.
Yeah, I know. That's a solid team right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to take Anthony Munoz, O-line.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, what do I got?
Spinning. It's giving you the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ooh, okay. Jacksonville. Oh shoot! What was the? Oh, did they? No. I know I've seen their kicker before. Not their kicker, but they had an older kicker. I can do wide receiver, kicker, punter, tight end. Tight end could be Evan Ingram. Who else? I hope your guys you play Immaculate Grid with are like watching this and just shouting at like the fact that I don't know somebody.
Yeah. I mean, there's times where like we pull out like the most random.
Yeah, can't go wide receiver. I can't. Justin Blackman was cool to watch, but he never didn't last very long. Shucks. I hate to do it, but I'm going to do Evan Ingram for my tight end.
He was on the grid, I believe, today.
Was he?
I think so.
All right, you got a quarterback, a wide receiver, a kicker, and a punter.
Yup. See who I get here.
Come on, be New England.
Detroit Lions.
Ooh.
I'm not wild about any of these quarterbacks.
No. Stafford, Goff,
John Kitna.
Can you pick the same guy I picked, or is that eliminated? Okay, so
Nope.
it's because it's fantasy, so you have to do it. So, I mean, you have Amon Ra, you have
We can take Golden Tate.
Yeah, you can take Golden Tate.
Let's see.
Who's the kicker now? Because he did pretty well, didn't he?
Jake Bates is their current kicker, but I'm gonna take David Akers.
He kicked for Detroit.
He kicked for Detroit in 2013.
Great, that is a phenomenal find.
Can you not do that?
That's a phenomenal pull. Akers is a great pull. That's a great kicker.
often known more for his years, I think, in Philadelphia than.
Oh, 100%. But still, that's a phenomenal.
All right. You got the Dallas Cowboys.
Can I just pass? This one's pretty easy. I'm going to take Brandon Aubrey for my kicker.
Okay.
I think most 60 or went from 60 yards plus. I think he's like 50% accurate. So 90% on the inside of everything else. So it's a pretty easy pick.
San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, what a great poll.
Holy.
I know you're going punter. There's a lot of great quarterback play there. There's great wide receivers. I feel like you have to go wide receiver though. There's one.
I think I have to. I'm gonna go Jerry Rice.
Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer. I should have done that for the Seahawks because he played for the Seahawks.
True. Okay. So Cleveland Browns, either a receiver or a punter.
Oh, good Lord. That is going to be tough.
Joe Jurevicius.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, Joe Jurevicius. He'd be a good one. All right. I am gonna go. Oof, this is tough. I'm gonna go their current punter, Corey, and it's gonna be Bo Orquez.
Oh.
Yeah. Bojorquez.
Barocas?
And only because I looked up the history of Cleveland Brown punters, and he has the best net average and the highest inside the 20%. I need a wide receiver. You need a quarterback and a punter.
I have the Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh. Jalen Hurts, Donovan McNabb. Who else am I thinking of?
Randall Cunningham.
Thank you.
Nick Foles, Carson Wentz.
You cannot. How can you list those three dudes and then say Nick Foles and Carson Wentz?
I'm gonna go Donovan McNabb.
I like it. You get to end with a punter. I can't wait. Oh man.
Okay, wide receiver from
last pick.
Ooh, Oakland Raiders.
It's got to be Devontae Adams.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be Devontae. All right, Bark, where's your punter from?
God, my punter is from the Bears. The Bears.
The Bears. The Bears punter history.
Cool.
The Chicago Bears punting leaders.
Yeah, they do a lot of it. There we go. Give me the one I'm used to there. Interesting.
What do you think?
Try and take one that I've heard of, but I don't even know.
Yeah. I had to I was like for punters. I want a punter though. I was just hoping for the Colts so I could say Pat McAfee.
To go against my Palamalu.
Yep. Get curb stomped.
I feel like I remember Brad Maynard. Like that was the name. I remember that. He played for them for 9 years. So we'll go Brad Maynard.
I love it.
So there you go. Fun fact. Can you tell me, do you want to know who the all-time, according to ProFootballReference.com, who Immaculate Grid uses as their resource?
Okay.
Would you like to know who the all-time passing leader for the Chicago Bears is, according to them?
Isn't it? It's somebody like it's something ridiculous. Like it's like Trubisky or isn't it?
Nope.
Older than that?
Older than that. He's a journeyman.
Really?
Yep. I think of him as a journeyman. I know that he played in Chicago, Denver, Miami. I think. Let me.
No.
Sure.
It's not Peterman, is it?
No. Drafted by Denver.
Okay.
Played in Denver for 3 years. Played in Chicago for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Okay.
And then ended with 1 year at Miami.
8 years in Chicago? Drafted by Denver, 3 years. Then goes and plays in Chicago and then Miami.
Only made 1 Pro Bowl.
Only made 1 Pro Bowl. God, I'm drawing a blank. Who is it?
Played at Vanderbilt, Jay Cutler.
Oh, Jay Cutler. I should have known that from the league. I should have known that from the league.
But I feel like it'd be somebody better. So to review, at quarterback, we have Joe Burrow versus Donovan McNabb.
Who wins that one? Break it down really quick.
Running back is Derrick Henry versus Bo Jackson.
Hey, hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
Who wins the 1v1? Burrow or McNabb? What's your go-to?
If it's a street fight, McNabb all day.
Okay. Not street fight, but if it's you could pick between one of those 2 quarterbacks, who are you taking?
I'm taking McNabb.
I think so too.
I think well, the problem is that Burrow doesn't have. He's still writing his story.
Right. McNabb. That's why I think you got to go. That's why I think you got to take it. So I'll give you that one. I think you take that one.
Running back, Bo Jackson versus Derrick Henry.
I mean,
Bo Jackson didn't play that long.
No, and Derrick Henry is just like he's just a war horse. Like there's no Bo Jackson.
I'll give you Henry on that one.
Okay, Megatron versus Jimmy Smith.
I'll give you Megatron.
Okay.
Jimmy Smith is like in my heart, like.
Yeah. You
forever.
keep close to us. Yeah. I give you Rice over Adams.
Okay. You give me Gronk over Ingram?
Yes, hands down. That's not even close.
I'll give you Walter Jones over Munoz.
Yep. Watt or Palamalu?
Okay, let's like.
I feel like it's. Oh man, that's tough. Because like, where do you weigh stats? You weigh accolades. You know what I mean?
So, J.J. Watt went to 5 Pro Bowls.
Okay.
Troy Polamalu went to 8.
Okay. Defensive Player of the Year.
J.J. Watt was Pro Bowl MVP.
That doesn't matter, Barker. That's not a real stat. Come on.
Do we go back and look at? No, I don't know. He's got Polamalu has 2 Super Bowl rings.
Yep, that's huge.
J.J. Watt, I don't think has.
Nope, he doesn't have any. Nope.
He's only played for the Texans and the Cards.
Yep, but he was 3-time Defensive Player of the Year.
I don't know, man. I think that's a push.
Yeah, I could go with that. I would go. That's a push. I think that's fair. So, okay. Now we get into the nitty gritty.
Okay, what did you say? Brandon Aubrey, is that his name?
Yeah, versus David Akers.
David Akers. Hold on, let's look at accuracy here. The computer.
His accuracy is 89.4% for Aubrey.
Okay, let me go.
I got Akers. David Akers' lifetime was 80.9. Longest field goal made was 63. I think Aubrey's made the 65, right?
I'll give you Aubrey on that.
Give me the kicker. I have zero idea about the punter. I think your punter is better than my punter. I feel like so. I'm gonna give you the punter. Are we a push this entire thing?
Yes, it is a tie.
Woo!
It is a tie. Good job. So, for all y'all out there,
yeah, would you have done it differently?
Huh?
I hope you I hope they shouted at their screen like, "You got to pick that guy. How can you pick that guy over that guy?"
I mean, you can put in the comments who you think, like, you know, if you're one of the tens of people who write, you can say who you think had a better team.
Yeah.
Or who was better, JJ Watt or Troy Polamalu.
Yeah, Polamalu. All right, hey, real quick, Barker. Seahawks are on the clock at 18. First, your gut. Do you think they trade up, trade down, or stay?
I think they'll stay.
Okay. Second, if they stay, who are they going to pick? And I know the board can be wonky, but who would you like them to pick? Of anybody that you know, because I know you've been busy and stuff like that. So following this stuff,
I would say, like, position wise, I would love for us to get like a linebacker. And I know that's not sexy, but I feel like last year we did really well. We didn't have a super attractive draft, but I felt like we drafted well.
Yeah.
And I would rather have that than like bring in a big name or like gamble and push down.
Right.
Like a lot of people, there's talk about, you know, is Cam Akers going to be a bust? Can he handle the NFL pressure?
Cam Ward.
Sorry.
Cam Akers is a running back.
Yeah, sorry. LA. In Detroit, right? Or no?
LA.
Brain, it's late.
No,
but you know what I mean? Like, so like I just don't think that I don't think there's quarterback talent to trade down to get, especially with getting Darnold.
Yeah.
And
there's one guy I like, but I don't know if he'll be around for when we do it. I don't know if we like him enough to be aggressive, and that's Tyler. I think it's Slew from Louisville. He's an older guy in terms of football. He's 26, and he had 2 big injuries, but he's healthy, and he can sling it. But it's one of those where it's like Sam Darnold's deal is in a spot where if you can get that guy in the 3rd round or the 4th, where you have those 2 picks, and then let him sit and let him get the system. So
didn't Drew Lock come back?
He did. So there's
quarterback room's got there's not very many chairs in the quarterback room.
There's thought of getting rid of Howell,
the commander.
Yep. So they liked Locke, I think, better when he came in and filled in for Geno, not last year but the year before. And then Howell didn't have that same moxie when he came in.
Did not.
So, but yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say they stay again. I think they stay this year. I'm gonna say the pick is either an offensive lineman or a wide receiver. And I'm going to say the O-lineman I like either like a Donovan Jackson from Ohio State, but that might be a reach. So probably more like if Tyler Booker from Alabama is sitting there at just a true guard and just build up around there. So I think those would be fun. Although I did see one, and I'm not sure. I mean, you coach O-line and know it more than I do, but they talked about kicking Lucas inside and drafting an actual like a right tackle, and then kicking him to the inside of the guard, and then you'd have 3 of your spots in pretty good shape. So, but I look forward to it. I hope you guys look forward to it. It's been a fun one to do, and we're looking. What'd you say that date was for the conclave?
I think Conclave's going to come around May 6th.
Okay, so we'll be looking. We have a couple more ideas that we've spitballed that we might get through, but we know that we are going to do something on the papacy. So rip Pope Francis. Hang in there, buddy. Really liked him. Did a lot of good work, even though you might not know who he is or anything like that, and he only impacts a small sect of Christianity. Not a small sect, a large sect of Christianity.
I was going to say it's like
I reiterated
1.4 billion people.
Yep. Lo Ciento is 12. It's 11:45 at night, so I'm gonna take a mulligan on that one. So, but yeah, so we'll do something on that. Anyway, enjoy the NFL draft and be safe out there. And Bark, anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Until next time, I'm the Turn.
I'm Bart.
And we have been here a long time, and we still will be. Have a good night, everybody.
Be safe.
And by golly, you just be well. Go Hawks.